Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, the major winter storm hitting now, deadline day for federal buyout offers, and we're live in New Orleans for the Super Bowl. Snow and ice for more than 100 million Americans. Cars spin out as the storm moves into the I-95 corridor, creating a dangerous morning commute from D.C. to Philly to New York. Ginger and our team in the storm zone.
Deadline day for millions of federal workers facing buyout offers. The intelligence community getting those offers too, as Elon Musk digs deeper into federal agencies, now at the Center for Medicare and Medicaid. How Democrats on Capitol Hill are now sounding the alarm about Musk.
Also this morning, growing questions for the White House on how the president's plan for Gaza would work after he said the U.S. would take over the region.
Egg prices breaking records.
$14.99 for eggs?
As one company says 100,000 eggs were stolen for possible resale. This as a new type of bird flu is detected in U.S. dairy cows. Chaos in the air. An unruly man restrained by fellow passengers after he punched and kicked a window until it cracked. And the moment on the tarmac two planes collided was the area under air traffic control.
New developments in Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni. Could Taylor Swift be called to testify in the case? And why Lively is now being sued by a crisis PR firm. Super Bowl security, an inside look at final preparations ahead of the big game.
Here high in the sky, this is all about keeping the city safe.
Will Reeve is live in New Orleans.
Saquon Barkley, this is a story you do know. You've been following him throughout. He's one of the big storylines this year. And we have a look this morning at life before he was a star with a great story ahead from the brother and sister. He used to babysit them.
Amazing. The rushing leader, the babysitter. It's a great
Yes.
story. Before we get to that, though, a big winter storm hitting the Northeast right now, making for a dangerous morning commute for millions of Americans.
Snow, sleet, and ice, freezing rain. It's all moving overnight from the Midwest to the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states. We have team coverage this morning. We begin with Trevor Ault. He's just outside Philly in Norristown, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. So the storm is hitting the Northeast just in time for rush hour, and we have been teetering right on the edge of freezing. We have these salt trucks out here trying to treat the roads with a mix of snow and ice and sleet and rain, too. It is a very dangerous mix for drivers.
This morning, millions of Americans hunkering down as a winter storm sweeps across the country. Ohio to Boston facing freezing rain and dropping temperatures, the icy mix creating hazardous conditions for commuters up and down the East Coast. Overnight road crews in Washington, D.C. deploying snowplows and loading bags of salt ahead of the storm. The system striking parts of the Midwest as well. Icy roads and poor conditions causing dozens of accidents, leading to lane closures along I-70. In Seattle, a separate storm system blanketing highways with snow, authorities responding to multiple collisions. Snow showers transforming communities overnight, covering houses and cars.
And the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation tells us they have had 400 salt trucks working through the night trying to protect the roads, but this is a widespread storm, at least 16 states under snow and ice alerts. Rebecca?
Something to watch out for, especially on this morning commute. Okay, Trevor, thank you. We're going to go now to Ginger, who's in Nyack, New York, with the track and the timing of the storm. Good morning, Ginger.
Well, Rebecca, I know my kids are pumped because they are one of the many districts that have now closed schools from here back to Cleveland, and there's been ice all the way back to Missouri. So let's talk about what's going to happen here. We've had sleet, and then on top of it, this freezing rain, which creates that glaze. So that wintry mix is going to be with us for the next couple of hours. As we move it to the north and east, though, Boston's going to start with that frozen precipitation, and then most people at the coast will eventually transition to rain. On the back end, there are severe storms. We've even had a tornado watch earlier this morning in Kentucky. Ping pong to golf ball size hail reported. West Virginia there, a flash flood emergency, melting snow plus the heavy rains. So everybody in the advisory up to Maine, but let's time it out and show you what's going to happen throughout the afternoon hours. Boston could have a hit of snow, but it's that wintry mix that's really been on the north side of this thing. So expect sleet and freezing rain there. Tough for roads like 90 or 95 up through Connecticut and Rhode Island as well. Then we'll move it out by tonight, and then we've got this active pattern ahead. We are going to be stormy this weekend and again early next week. Guys.
Okay, Ginger, thanks. Now to the latest on President Trump and Elon Musk moves to reshape the federal government. More federal agencies are being targeted, including the intelligence community. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott tracking it all from the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning. And millions of federal employees have just hours to respond to their buyout offers. They are faced with a choice whether to resign now or run the risk of being fired. The deadline tonight. It's decision day for millions of federal employees. At least 40,000 already taking the buyout offer to resign now with several months of pay. And this morning, many intelligence workers faced with that same deadline too, to quit now or possibly be laid off in the future. To comply with the review of the federal workforce, the CIA emailed a list of new employees to the White House over a non-classified system. That list included the first names and last initial of employees hired in the last 2 years. But now it has prompted fear and concern that those intelligence officers could be at risk.
We go to great length to protect the cover for CIA officers. And if all of that can be destroyed by a reckless, malicious sending of an email, that blows our cover and makes us much more vulnerable.
Federal employees received those buyout offers with an email titled "A Fork in the Road," the same subject line billionaire Elon Musk sent to Twitter employees when he took over the company in 2022. Democrats warning employees should proceed with caution. On Capitol Hill, sounding the alarm about Musk and his massive reach into the federal government.
I move that the committee subpoena Elon Musk to come before it as a witness at the earliest possible moment.
The hearing quickly turning into a shouting match.
Yes, let's have order in this country.
Stansberry, you're out of order. You know you're out of order. You know the rules of this committee. There's been a motion.
Mr. Elon Musk is out of order and dismantled.
He's out of order.
God.
Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency only digging deeper into federal agencies, from the humanitarian agency USAID to the Department of Education to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, the government's health care programs vital to 160 million Americans. And at Treasury, Musk's team gain access to the department's payment system, which includes the personal information of millions of Americans. Overnight, the Department of Justice only agreed to allow 2 special government employees with ties to Musk to see that sensitive data. One is the former chief executive of a Silicon Valley tech company, and the other is a 25-year-old engineer who worked for X and SpaceX, 2 companies Musk owns. The White House says Musk is working hand in hand with the president.
The 2 of them, with a great team around them, were going to look at the receipts of this federal government and ensure it's accountable to American taxpayers.
President Trump's push to shrink the federal government has prompted confusion, with some programs caught in the middle. Even though a judge blocked the president's freeze on federal grants, some Head Start programs providing daycare for low-income children are still shut out of payments nearly a week later.
These are the most vulnerable people in our society. These are low-income 3- and 4-year-olds that are just looking for an opportunity to be ready for school and hopefully have a chance for a better life.
And the Trump administration is facing a slew of legal challenges this morning. So yesterday we saw a federal judge block the president's executive order on birthright citizenship. Today, a different judge will weigh the future of these buyout offers that are being spread across the federal government. And then also we reported on the FBI turning over a list of agents who worked on January 6th related cases to the Department of Justice. Well, we do know that some of those FBI agents sued, saying that they are now being targeted by their own department. There is a hearing in that case today, George.
On that front as well, the Attorney General Pam Bondi at her confirmation hearing said she would not use her office to target Trump's political opponents. She appears to be going back on that promise.
Yeah, George, just hours after Pam Bondi was sworn in as Attorney General, she launched the Weaponization Working Group that is going to review what she calls politicized actions of people who have investigated President Donald Trump at both a state and also a federal level. But Democrats quick to point out that it was Bondi during her confirmation hearing saying that no one would be politically prosecuted simply because they are opponent of President Trump. George.
Okay, Rachel, thanks very much. Wed?
George, now to the fallout from President Trump saying that the U.S. would take over Gaza. Our chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce tracking this for us, also from the White House. Mary, good morning.
Whit, good morning. Well, after the president declared that the U.S. would take over Gaza and that the Palestinian people would be permanently relocated, the White House this morning is struggling to explain what this plan would look like, how this would actually work. Now, this proposal has sparked international outrage, and now some administration officials are seeming to dial back the president's language. The president said bluntly that it was his intention to remove Palestinians from Gaza permanently. But here at the White House, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt now says the relocation would be temporary. to allow Gaza to rebuild, though the administration estimates that could take 10 to 15 years. And she insisted the U.S. would not be paying for that rebuilding. And while the president initially said he was willing to use the U.S. military if necessary, when I asked Levitt whether American troops would forcibly remove Palestinians or be fighting on the ground in Gaza, she said the president has not committed to troops in the region. And in fact, just now, the president posting that, quote, no soldiers by the U.S. would be needed, saying stability for the region would reign. Now, the White House was also pressed on the president's decades of criticism of U.S. entanglements and conflicts abroad, but the White House says that the U.S. would not be entangled in the Middle East through this plan, even though the president said, quote, the U.S. would own Gaza and would be responsible for dismantling all of the unexploded bombs and weapons there. George.
So we're going to own Gaza, even though we're not going to send any money, we're not going to send troops, and all of the other Arab nations said they're not prepared to take Palestinians.
That is exactly where we stand right now. The president is making this sweeping outline, calling for this plan without explaining how he is going to pull this off. They are not committing to putting troops on the ground. They are not committing to spending any money, and they still have not explained by what authority the president would be able to take over this sovereign territory, George.
Mary Bruce, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to the soaring cost of eggs and the thieves now taking advantage. Elizabeth Schultze has the details. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, George. Egg prices are breaking records across the country, and they are only set to go higher this year as egg suppliers grapple with the bird flu outbreak. The price shock is quickly rippling through the supply chain, even prompting some to turn to theft. This morning, as the price of eggs skyrockets, thieves are cashing in. In Pennsylvania, 100,000 eggs worth $40,000 were stolen from Pete and Jerry's organic farm. Authorities are investigating the incident, saying with the extreme increased price of eggs, someone may have thought they could sell them. This as a new type of bird flu has been detected in U.S. dairy cows, the USDA finding the second strain in a Nevada herd.
That is a concern because it shows that there's persistent risk of bird flu in cows and to the people that work closely with them.
It's the same version of the virus that killed a Louisiana man in January, the first U.S. death attributed to bird flu. The bird flu outbreak is forcing poultry farms to cut their egg supply.
Why am I paying $7.99 for a dozen eggs?
Driving up prices and fueling shortages at the grocery store.
$14.99 for eggs?
Family-owned businesses like restaurants and bakeries feeling the squeeze, too.
It's ruining my bottom line. There is no bottom line. The bottom fell out of my bottom line right now.
For some, the math just isn't adding up.
An average case used to be $60, $70. Today I pay $221.
Now, the Agriculture Department expects that egg prices will go up another 20% this year. We did already see Waffle House add that 50-cent surcharge per egg on its menu, and other restaurant chains could soon do the same as they pass down those higher costs to their customers. Rebecca.
All right. Yeah, that was a big one we heard from that owner there. $60 and now $220. Thank you, Elizabeth. We're going to go now to the countdown to the Super Bowl. Security will be extremely tight, and that was before President Trump announced he would attend the big game. Will Reeve, you got a first-hand look at all the measures in place. You took the chopper around and you got the story for us this morning. Good morning.
I did and I do, Rebecca. Good morning to you. According to the Secret Service, President Trump will be the first sitting president to attend a Super Bowl, so security will be heightened, but authorities told me the most stringent measures are already in place, and I got a bird's eye view of New Orleans and all the measures that are in place to keep the city safe.
This morning, an inside look at the final preparations for Super Bowl 59. In New Orleans, we took to the skies with Customs and Border Protection air and marine operations.
You can see the preparations already underway, plenty going on down on the ground, but here high in the sky, this is all about keeping the city safe.
Security protocols for the Super Bowl enhanced after that deadly terror attack on Bourbon Street last month.
What would you say to folks who might be a bit anxious about security here in New Orleans in the wake of the attack on New Year's Day?
The Super Bowl is a level 1 SEER event, so we have resources that have partnered together to ensure that the airspace is secure and that the grounds and the venue and the events are secure.
On the water, the Coast Guard patrolling the Mississippi River. and on the ground, 2,700 local, state, and federal law enforcement.
We want to make sure people are safe and secure here.
Security sure to be even tighter, with President Trump scheduled to attend.
It's cool to hear that he's seen me play football and respects the game that I play.
Sunday's game is a rematch of Super Bowl 57. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs trying to win an unprecedented third straight title.
We got a great game plan, and we're going to sharpen that thing up these next 3 days and give it our best, man.
Standing in the way, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Whatever stats are out there, good, bad, or indifferent, I ask myself, did I win?
Superstar running back Saquon Barkley is hoping for his first Super Bowl win on Sunday, which just so happens to be his 28th birthday.
How do you plan to celebrate?
Hopefully by holding another Lombardi trophy.
Eagles coach Nick Sirianni knows the stakes and welcomes the pressure.
Shoot, there's always pressure in this game. Have you been to Philly?
And we're getting more details on the halftime show, which everyone's excited for. Kendrick Lamar, of course, the artist, and he has his press conference here in this building just a little bit later this morning. Our kid correspondent will be there getting to ask him a question. George, I've got some halftime-related trivia for you. Kendrick Lamar will be the 7th artist ever to perform as a solo act at the Super Bowl halftime show. I know you were clamoring for him to come back after that awesome performance in LA a couple of years ago. You're getting your wish. Kendrick's going to be great, guys.
Will, you brought me something new every single day. Can you keep it going through the Super Bowl?
Let's find out. We got tomorrow, we got the weekend, we got Monday. So
pressure's on. Pressure's on Will as well. Coming up, Eva Pilgrim here with the latest on Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.
Could Taylor Swift, George, be deposed by Baldoni's legal team? His lawyers say it could happen. That's coming up with.
And a frightening mid-air disturbance, how passengers jumped into action when another passenger allegedly cracked a window.
And we're going to continue counting down to the Super Bowl ads with expert Donnie Deutsch, the biggest trends we'll see this year. Coming up, we have much more on the countdown to the big game. Gronk will join us live. Stay with us.
The Dunk Kings! Touchdown, Tommy on them keys. Player coach.
Got it.
I'm open. And needs no introduction, my partner.
Sometimes it's really hard to be your friend.
You said you were going to support me. Dunk Kings!
Welcome back to GMA. You guys remember that one, right?
Yes, we
do. The Dunk Kings ad was a big hit last year with Ben Affleck, Tom Brady, Matt Damon, and Donnie Deutsch is going to be joining us just ahead with his predictions for this year's Super Bowl ads. There's going to be a lot of celebrities in them as well.
One of my favorite segments every Super Bowl week. First, the top headlines we're following right now. ICE and federal agents searched for illegal immigrants in the Denver area on Wednesday. Authorities say the 100 people targeted in the raids were violent criminals, including members of a Venezuelan gang. ICE reports more than 8,700 people have been arrested nationwide since raids began last week. And an update on the story brought to you about the Chinese AI tool DeepSeek, which is among the top apps right now. 2 congressmen set to introduce bipartisan legislation to ban DeepSeek from all government devices. This follows our report that experts found code hidden in the programming that has the ability to send user data directly to the Chinese government.
Not the end of that story. Also, first responders came to the rescue of an unconscious man on an out-of-control boat in Florida. You see it there. The boat was just going around in circles on a lake, and a rescuer was able to leap onto the boat, stop it, and get the man. He's expected to make a full recovery, thankfully. And bookstores are making a comeback, with Barnes & Noble announcing plans to open at least 60 new stores this year. This comes in part thanks to TikTok and what users call Book Talk, where users share what they are reading. I welcome this.
Yes. We're going to turn now to the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni legal battle. Eva Pilgrim's been tracking. She's here with the latest. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. This is a big mess for everyone involved. The legal drama playing out in multiple courts now, literally from coast to coast, and all kinds of people close to these stars, from personal trainers to friends like Taylor Swift, finding their names mentioned as part of this ongoing fight.
I thought we were friends.
We are friends.
This morning, the Hollywood knockdown dragout between It Ends With Us stars Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, now threatening to drag in one of the biggest superstars in the world, Taylor Swift. Baldoni's attorney appearing on TMZ's Two Angry Men podcast, telling the host they are not ruling out deposing Lively's megastar best friend.
I think that that's going to be, probably a game time decision. Anyone that reasonably has information that can be, that can provide evidence in this case is going to be deposed.
The comments a reference to the mention of Taylor Swift in Baldoni's lawsuit. The suit alleging the singer was at Lively and husband Ryan Reynolds' penthouse during a meeting over script differences. Afterwards, Baldoni claiming he felt obliged to text Lively to say he had liked her pages and had needed Reynolds and her mega celebrity friend to pressure him. A source close to the situation saying Swift wasn't there for the meeting, that she arrived as Baldoni was leaving and never saw any clips from the movie until after it came out, adding she is not relevant to the case. Meanwhile, a new lawsuit now filed in this ever-growing drama. This time, the crisis manager Lively claimed weaponized a digital army to destroy her reputation and shift the narrative, now suing the actress for $7 million. Jed Wallace with Street Relations saying she acted with actual malice because she was the one claiming to have been harassed and retaliated against. She knew and knows that they were not the harassers, retaliators, but made these allegations anyway, leaked them to the press, hoping they would be widely republished. Wallace's attorney telling ABC News in part Wallace has not engaged in a smear campaign against her at any point in time. Lively's team responding in part, another day, another state, another 9-figure lawsuit seeking to sue Ms. Lively into oblivion for speaking out against sexual harassment and retaliation. This is not just a publicity stunt. It is transparent retaliation in response to allegations contained within a sexual harassment and retaliation complaint that Ms. Lively filed.
So lawyers for both Baldoni and Lively were in court earlier this week. Their trial is now set for March of next year, and a federal judge warning both attorneys to rein in the public battle to avoid influencing a potential jury. I can tell you, though, I don't think people are going to stop talking about this.
Yeah, reining it in at this point, too, after all these different things. Thank you, Eva. We appreciate it. We do turn now to a frightening midair disturbance. Passengers on a flight to Houston jumping into action, restraining another passenger who allegedly cracked a window. Stephanie Ramos is here with the details. Stephanie, good morning.
Whit, good morning. A truly frightening moment for passengers when a man on that Frontier Airlines flight just lost it, kicking and punching until passengers restrained him.
Chaos in the air. A Frontier Airlines flight from Denver to Houston took a terrifying turn when a passenger starts throwing punches. Take a look at this cell phone video. The plane's window cracked, even showing bloodstains. Other passengers jump in, struggling to hold him down, tying his hands with whatever they could find, zip ties, shoelaces.
Hearing the stewardess walk down the aisles, screaming, "Does anybody have a belt? Does anybody have shoestrings?" was absolutely terrifying.
Some guy was like wearing work boots. I was like, sweet, like, give me your laces. So no questions asked, just everyone was working together.
A police officer meeting the plane at the gate upon landing.
They brought law enforcement in with a chair, and then we sat him down, and they strapped him in and then just wheeled him off.
And in Seattle, another frightening moment. 2 planes colliding on the tarmac. A Japan Airlines flight struck the tail of a Delta jet while taxiing. One passenger described the jolt as feeling like a car crash.
The Delta tail was lodged into the wing.
The FAA says the planes were in an area that wasn't under air traffic control at the time.
Fortunately, no one on either flight was injured. Guys, you can imagine being on that flight, just not being able to help and just feeling vulnerable. It's just a chaotic scene for everybody.
Sure was, yeah. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah, no problem.
And we're back with our countdown to the Super Bowl, just 3 days. We have a sneak peek at some of the commercials with our friend, the host of On Brand with Donnie Deutsch, advertising expert Donnie Deutsch. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Great to see you. I can't believe it's a year already.
It's been a year, and it's great. We get to have you before and after the Super Bowl this year. Let's start out with looking at the big trends this year. $8 million, a commercial. What are you expecting to see?
I think you're going to see a lot of not serious stuff. I think people want a reprieve. They want escapism. So as always, we'll see a lot of celebrities, a lot of humor, a lot of just kind of I want to relax and laugh. The problem becomes we have so many celebrities every year that it becomes kind of a celebrity lollapalooza where you don't even remember who's doing what. So it's going to be interesting to see.
All right, now I'm guessing that you get a chance to see them before we do. So is there one or two that stood out to you that you...
I think the one that's going to be the strongest this year is When Harry Met Sally, a kind of reunion between Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal, where she has her fake orgasm in the Katz's Delicatessen. You can say that on morning TV.
Yes,
it's a real word.
Don't worry.
Well, this year this year she has a real one from eating Hellman's mayonnaise. And what I like about this is the product is front and center. It's part of the reason that they're in the ad, so it makes sense.
Oh, that looks good.
And you mentioned the celebrity stew. There are so many celebrities now in these commercials, and you have some of these reunions, but that's an expensive thing to pull off and to do it properly.
Yeah, a lot of times, I'm going to do an interesting exercise here. Can anybody name one ad from last year's Super Bowl?
Well,
which is a reprieve. Yeah, showing up. But you remember celebrities. Sometimes you don't remember what they're doing or what they're in. I mean, there's so many this year, and sometimes they pack them in. And I wish there was a creative challenge to put no celebrities in it, because then you would have to have nothing but an idea.
Oh.
And I think sometimes the best ads throughout time are ones that do not have celebrities, because they better, well, damn, be creative. Can I say damn?
You're doing great.
You know what I was thinking about?
Last
the
time, I won't be back.
The Budweiser horses. Would we ever see the Clydesdales, something like that?
Clydesdales are back this year, and there's a baby Clydesdale. That'll give you a little hint at that. It's a very cute ad. And Clydesdales always do great, so that's a good one.
So looking back, then, what is the gold standard? What's that secret sauce to making them actually work?
I think sometimes there's just magic. I think the Super Bowl, the Mean Joe Green ad was a very famous ad for Coke. I think Darth Vader for Volkswagen, that cute ad with the cute little boy, which the Deutsche agency did, by the way. Apple 1984, very memorable ad. There are few and far, and also Budweiser, the frogs and the what's up. So there's some. What's up?
I love that one.
And where's the beef? Clara Pell.
There have been moments where people try to strike a more political note. You think of the Bruce Springsteen. That's just not going to happen.
You're not. The closest you have, Robert Kraft's Foundation for Anti-Hate and Anti-Semitism has an ad with Brady and Snoop Dogg this year. And I guess you could call that political, but I think most of the time this year, people are politicked out, they're newsed out, no offense, they're newsed out. They really want to just escape.
Okay, we'll have you back on Monday.
See you then.
We can't wait to escape again with you. Thank you, Donnie Deutsch. Now with our play of the day, as we head into the final hours before Super Bowl 59, we are getting our last-minute picks in before the game. And of course, of all people, Sam Champion, you're here to break it down.
George said in the hallway, he goes, sports Sam? Like, hi, everybody. All right, so the sports rivalry here at GMA is fierce between the Eagles and the Chiefs fans. It's just like you at home. Our staff is exactly the same, so we decided to get our predictions preserved on video, again, so we can lovingly shame you when your team doesn't win.
So I'll say Eagles 35-28.
My vote's for the Chiefs.
I'm keeping mom.
Lots of scoring. It'll be exciting.
And we're going Eagles because they got it.
Do you have your score?
Oh, there's a score?
Sorry. I ended on my disclaimer. I started out saying I have no idea.
I think Robin was really smart there, staying mom.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Everybody has a pick, right? Yep. You guys are probably in some kind of pool, right? Everybody has them. So we'll see. You can see more of our picks on our Instagram page, and we'll have much more as we count down to the big game. That's all coming up. Some of it coming up today, some of it coming up in advance.
It's going to be a great game. That's what I know.
And we all love New Orleans anyway, so we can all agree on that.
We will celebrate that. And we have a great crowd, by the way, in New Orleans. And four-time Super Bowl winner Rob Gronkowski, he's going to be here as well, joining us live to break the game down. And some big news for Giselle. That is coming up as well in Pop News. Stay with us.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Major winter storm. Snow and ice for more than 100 million Americans. Cars spin out as the storm moves into the I-95 corridor, creating a dangerous morning commute from D.C. to Philly to New York. Ginger in the storm zone.
Breaking her silence, One Direction star Liam Payne's girlfriend, Kate Cassidy.
It still doesn't feel fully real for me that he's not here.
In an emotional first interview since his death, sharing new details about his final days and how she's remembering him.
And we're counting down to the big game with Gronk sharing his big predictions for Super Bowl 59, and he's saying, "Good morning,
Live from Times Square, it's Thursday.
Good Morning America.
Snow's starting to come down here in New York. We cannot wait to talk to Gronk about the Super Bowl. Hope you all are doing well this morning.
Yes, indeed. He's there. He's ready to talk. Also with us this morning, Danny Ramirez. He's suiting up for Captain America, taking on the role of the Falcon.
Yes, huge role. And we're going to talk about all of that, working with Anthony Mackie, and why he says Marvel fans are in for a surprise.
First, look at the top stories breaking at 8. The winter storm hitting the Northeast right now. It's making for a dangerous morning commute for millions of Americans. Ginger is live in Nyack, New York with the track and the timing. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, George, you know, schools are closed for my kids, but kids all the way back to Kalamazoo, Michigan, waking up with that because we've had accumulating sleet. That's the white that you see behind me. But on top of it now is freezing rain. That's where you get that glaze of kind of ice skate-like rink ice. So let's go ahead and look at all the pictures that have come in over the last 24 hours. This is from Allen County, Kansas, where we had the accidents, people sent to the hospital because of the slick roads. Parts of I-70 near Kansas City were even shut down for a time yesterday. Then in Cleveland, Ohio, they also had that freezing rain where you get that glaze on your windows and on the roads and sidewalks. And now it's moving east. And so we've seen it throughout Pennsylvania. There's even ice storm warnings that are in the Allegheny Mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains, and that's the radar right now. So anything that's pink is that wintry mix. A little bit of snow on the front end maybe with it, but even the radar is having a tough time reading it. On the south side of this, I got to tell you, there's a tornado watch in Kentucky, ping pong to golf ball size hail, and Rebecca, flash flood warnings in West Virginia. We'll get rid of this by tonight, but Boston's got to deal with it for much of today.
Yeah, a lot for people to pay attention to out there. Thanks for bringing it to us, Ginger. We turn now to the two suspects arraigned in a Manhattan courtroom yesterday in connection with the burglaries at professional athletes' homes. Senior investigative correspondent Aaron Katursky is here with more on that. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Rebecca. These two guys, the FBI says, that are charged with fencing what was taken from pro athletes and other wealthy homeowners were in possession of $5 million worth of stolen goods. Dmitry Nizinsky and Juan Villar pleaded not guilty to charges of conspiracy to receive these stolen items. Prosecutors wanted them held without bail, but the judge agreed to release them once they can arrange hefty bonds. Prosecutors said the men created a marketplace that promotes residential burglaries of homes across the United States. And they've specifically linked one of the defendants to the thieves who hit the Ohio home of Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow. Investigators are still going through what was seized from the men's pawn shop in Manhattan's Diamond District and various storage units in New Jersey, but said the men likely possessed millions in stolen wine, art, jewelry, watches, handbags, and sports memorabilia. Prosecutors said Nizinsky and Villar incentivized highly organized South American theft groups to target affluent residences all across the country, guys.
What a story that is. Okay, thanks very much, Aaron. Coming up in our GMA morning menu, One Direction star Liam Payne's girlfriend on his final days and how she's remembering him.
Also ahead, Gronk joins us live with what to expect at the Super Bowl and who he thinks will win it all.
He's ready to go. Plus, congratulations are in order for Giselle. All about her announcement in pop news. We've got it all, and Sam is with Tori Johnson and some special guests. Hey, guys.
Hey. All right, Tori, ladies, are we ready? We're celebrating Black History Month with some small business owners with their terrific products. Tori, I think you can even shop now. Isn't the website open?
Yes.
You better get in there now before everybody else buys. We're coming right back on GMA. We'll see you in a second. Ladies, you ready to go? You good to go? All right.
Time now for our GMA cover story. One Direction star Liam Payne's girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, sat down for her first interview since his death. Ariel Reshef here with the story. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you, George. It was an emotional one. Kate Cassidy is breaking her silence for the first time on camera in a tearful interview with The Sun. She is remembering Payne as much more than the superstar singer, but as the love of her life gone way too soon.
This morning, in an emotional first sit-down interview since the tragic death of her boyfriend, One Direction star Liam Payne, Kate Cassidy revealing new details about his final days.
It still doesn't feel fully real for me that he's not here.
Cassidy telling The Sun about the moment she first heard about Payne's death.
I was in our home alone. I was with our dog, so I was alone, and I just still thinking about that it's just insane to me.
She says she regrets leaving early from the Buenos Aires, Argentina hotel where she and Payne had been vacationing in October of last year.
When I left Argentina, we had such a great day, and He was in such a good headspace. If I could see into the future, I would have never, left Argentina.
Just days after she flew home to care for their dog, Payne fell from the balcony of his room and passed away. Cassidy says she was initially in shock.
I just completely blacked out. I felt just numb because I was like, this can't be true.
A week later, Cassidy posted this tribute to the singer online, describing him as my best friend, the love of my life. An autopsy revealing at the time of his death, the star had a mixture of the party drug pink cocaine, alcohol, and prescription antidepressants in his system. Despite his struggles, Cassidy telling The Sun she could have never expected to lose the man she considered her soulmate at just 31.
I never would have thought that it would ever, have turned out the way it did. And I'm still just, wrapping my head around it.
So many people are, and Cassidy remembering Payne as humble, charming, and genuine. 5 people have been charged in connection with his death, including a hotel employee, a waiter accused of supplying narcotics to the singer, the manager and receptionist. The last friend to see Payne alive is also facing charges. He has denied any wrongdoing. Such a heartbreak here, guys.
It sure is. Okay, Ariel, thanks very much. Wait.
All right, George, we're going to shift gears here because we're just 3 days until the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 59 officially kicks off. And joining us now from the Super Bowl experience in New Orleans is our friend, 4-time Super Bowl champ, Rob Gronkowski. Gronk, good morning to you. We saw you doing your warm-ups, your stretches during the commercial break. You're ready to go. Let's jump right into it here. The big game. Who are the players you are watching right now?
Yes, of course, we're going to be watching Saquon Barkley. He's having an unbelievable year. He might possibly break the most rushing yards per season, including in the regular season and playoffs combined. He's absolutely on fire. And are the Kansas City Chiefs going to do a three-peat, or are the Philadelphia Eagles going to be the three-peat abolishers? Because I would have had 3 Super Bowls in a row, but Philadelphia Eagles beat us in the second one when we went back to back to back. Are they going to do it again versus the Kansas City Chiefs? We will see. And on top of it, I'm looking for Dallas Goedert to have a big game like he did 2 years ago. So we will see what it's all about coming this Sunday.
All right, a lot of eyes will be on Dallas this weekend, but we're also hearing that a lot of eyes are going to be on the refs. We all know refs have a tough job even when it comes to kids soccer, but they've had especially a lot of chatter going on after the playoffs, after the Chiefs. Some people saying that they were favoring them. Do you think there's going to be added scrutiny in this Super Bowl match?
I think the referees are going to call a fair game. It's the Super Bowl. They get the best referees. They combine them and pull them at a fair rate of who should be refereeing. They pick the best ones throughout the whole entire season. So I don't think no one's going to be favored. And it's all about the best team who wins this game. It's not about the referees making calls, if it's a holding, if it's a roughing the passer. It's all about who makes the most plays throughout the whole entire game and who comes through in the last 2 minutes as well.
All right, you said about the best team. All right, so we're going to put you on the spot this morning. Your prediction, who wins this game, Gronk?
I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to score 30 points. The Philadelphia Eagles are going to score 26, and it's going to be 26-23, and Patrick Mahomes is going to go down the field with 2 minutes left and score a touchdown.
Some Eagles fans just buckled at the knees here in the studio.
Our stage manager in his Eagles hat right now is very, very fervently disagreeing with you there, Rob. But I want to ask you also about the FanDuel Kick of Destiny, the Manning brothers. So I understand you gave the Manning brothers a little bit of advice for that.
You guys, yes, I sure did. Happened. The last 2 years I did the... we're watching.
What did you tell them, Gronk?
Yeah, so last 2 years I did the Kick of Destiny, and unfortunately I missed. It was definitely on an accident when that happened, but I passed it now on to the Manning brothers. They will be doing the Kick of Destiny 3, and I will be hosting it on Sunday live on the pregame show. And the biggest advice I gave them is to follow through on where they want the football to go. Don't follow through to your right. Don't follow through to your left. Follow through right down the middle of those goalposts if you want to make that kick.
So basically, don't do it the way you did it then. we love you, Gronk.
That's some good advice as well. Don't do what I did.
Exactly. You're the best. Thanks again, and we appreciate it. Let's go to Sam here with Pop News.
I love that guy. Now I'm really starting to get into these games. All right, let's begin Pop News this morning with some new music from Gloria Gaynor. Remember, Robin wanted us to play it today, so here we go. Ahead of the premiere of Gloria Gaynor's new biopic called I Will Survive, the Gloria Gaynor story, produced in part by Robin's production company Rockin' Robin, Gaynor revealed that she created brand new music just for this movie. And so here's your exclusive sneak peek. Right now, take a listen.
It's good feeling. If I'd known that you never would have loved me forever, I'd have found someone better who could hold me tight.
Oh, no, I need more. All right, so FIDA. You want to know what FIDA is? This is what the kids tell me. If Ida, FIDA known. I don't know, but it works, right?
Yeah.
Begin streaming everywhere tomorrow. I Will Survive, the Gloria Gaynor story premieres Saturday at 8 p.m. on Lifetime. If FIDA known, I'm still going. It's in my head. All right, now congratulations are in order for supermodel Gisele Bündchen, who just became a mom for the third time, guys. More than 2 years after her divorce from Tom Brady, you remember that? Bündchen and her boyfriend Joaquin have welcomed a brand new baby into the world, and according to TMZ, Gisele is already, now remember, she's already a mom to two teenagers, right? Vivian and Benjamin. And now details about the newborn are still under wraps, but reportedly mom and baby are healthy and fine. Huge congratulations to Gisele and this beautiful little bundle of joy. Good news.
Yes.
Good news all the way around. Also this morning, on the road to the Oscars, and I mean, if you're going to road trip, we've just got 24 days. So you've got to get the ice ready, get the car ready to go. The Academy is announcing some big names that will take the stage as presenters for the 97th annual ceremony. Academy Award winners Robert Downey Jr., Cillian Murphy, Davine Joy Randolph, and Emma Stone. I would have expected Emma, right, will return to the Oscar stage 1 year after taking home the Goldie in all of their respective acting categories. We are counting down with less than a month to go until the Oscars air Sunday, March 2nd at 8, right here at ABC. Just pack some snacks in the car. We'll road trip it together.
You did a road trip to the Oscars once or twice in your life.
I have done a few, and it's fun. It's fun. All right, finally, this morning, 22-year-old pop singer Benson Boone. I know you guys have been wondering when we're going to do it. We're doing it today. Went viral earlier this week for an epic Grammys performance, which included Heidi Klum and Nikki Glaser transforming his tuxedo into a sparkly spandex jumpsuit from heaven as he performed this hit, Beautiful Things. Now, I love a baby blue jumpsuit, but this is, look at that.
You need to do that now.
No.
Start Pop News.
No. Well, now Benson says 4 days later, he won't take off the jumpsuit. I get it, Benson. Posting this hilarious video to TikTok, writing in the caption, "I'm not taking it off," but he did give a reality check to his fans, adding, "It hurts." Now, only from the Dancing with the Stars day can I tell you that deep down secret on this. George, there's some places that sequins just aren't body friendly. I just, so if you're in it for days, George knows.
George knows that. I didn't need to do Dancing with the Stars to know that.
And that's Pop News. Welcome back. And indeed, we are honoring and celebrating Black History Month with deals and steals. And this morning, Tori's here with some great small business owners from all across the country. And they're going to talk about their amazing products. Tori, we've got everything from slippers to superfoods.
And
Let's
we
go.
are starting with a Sephora favorite, Danessa Myers. And to have like the queen in the house with us, I'm so excited.
And gorgeous.
So
with
gorgeous.
beautiful products.
Because not only these are a favorite at Sephora, they're a favorite in all of our dressing rooms here. You've won so many awards, known for your innovation, especially this one right here in your hand.
Thank you so much. This is our #1 bestseller. It's Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder, and it's in the shade Universal. Now, this is like...
anyone can use it.
Anyone. This is like an Instagram filter for your face.
Sold. That's all you needed to say to Sam.
All right, that's good.
All Sam needed to hear.
It blurs, it smooths, it refines fine lines, texture. You can wear it alone because it's completely invisible, or you can wear it with any other makeup as like a perfect primer. But the best part is that it absorbs oil and sweat all day, and it has yummy ingredients like hyaluronic acid and vegan squalane to keep you fresh.
Even better than that, though, is that it's all 50% off
Get
today,
out of here.
starting at $10.
You do that. Thank
Amazing.
you.
I know Sam's keeping that in his
I know.
pocket.
I'm going to put it in my pocket.
All right. I am obsessed with this because of why you told me you started Play Pits.
Yes, I started Play Pits because my son at 6 years old smelled like a man, and I was a mom.
After football.
After football.
It's real, right?
It's very real. Every parent can relate to this. And I was a mom who refused to settle for a smelly kid and toxic ingredients. So I made it. So we have all natural ingredients. It's clean, it's cruelty-free, it's vegan, it's all the things. It's scented with essential oil.
It does smell so good.
It smells good, but you know what, most importantly?
This one is orange and peppermint. So this is what started it, and it's called Sunshine, but it's sun as in S-O-N.
If you want to have kids who smell great all day, this is for you. You get a 2-pack today, $14, plus you've thrown in free shipping.
Yes,
free shipping. But if it works on them, it'll work on you too, right?
All right,
I mean, that's
so
just the deal.
we're going from the pits to the feet.
Okay.
Foot Nanny. These are the products that are used on Oprah and in Gloria's luxury spa in California.
All right.
All right.
Yes. Freshly made in Southern California. If you have dry feet, you need Foot Nanny. That's my limited edition.
That smells so good.
I made the Love Fresh Strawberry for Tori. She loves strawberry.
I said I wanted strawberry.
This smells so good,
Strawberry limited edition. Hopefully you guys will be able to get it. Smell this peppermint too.
Peppermint.
It's so good.
Also wonderful. I gotta say,
Sam,
these aren't those heavy fake fragrances. This is a lovely, real kind of. That's amazing.
Sam, I won Oprah's favorite 10 years in a row.
Come on, that's
10
why.
10 years in a row.
That's why.
Come on, Sam.
Sam, you're good with foot care. America, this
it's
is for
important,
you.
people. It's important.
This is for
Southern California.
$24 in free shipping from Foot Nanny.
Yeah, especially if you're in flip-flops most of the year.
It's a good one.
There you
All right,
go.
speaking of shoes, these the slippers were exploded in popularity by Oprah. You started with one style, now you've got so many. But why are these the best slippers?
Yes, so these are the best slippers because they're made with extra memory foam on the soles for extra comfortable wear, and they're also made for an indoor-outdoor wear as well.
Oh, good. I can wear these to the airport.
Exactly. You can wear them while you walk your dog.
Yeah, exactly.
When we see Sam around Miami, this is what it's going to be. But truthfully, the comfort, you can see that they're adorable, but it's the
cozy.
comfortable. The comfort is extraordinary on these, and so is the price because everything's slashed in half today, starting at $20.
I love the shaggy ones. I think I definitely
there you go.
could.
You'd rock the shaggy.
I could
You'd
do
rock
it.
the shaggy.
All right, Tori, what's up?
Gold, true gold. So if you're looking for a way to cut back on coffee or eliminate it, or cut back in your case, I wouldn't ask you to eliminate
probably
it.
cut back, to be honest.
This is a great alternative.
Yes, so these are superfood blends with ingredients like turmeric, matcha green tea.
Oh, this is all the buzz. Everybody talks about
you've probably
this stuff.
heard about it, but maybe you haven't tried it yet. Maybe you haven't gotten a
Can
chance.
I? Is it okay?
Yes, it's delicious. And
that's
so
a latte.
You're gonna drink these instead of coffee.
That is fantastic, like a latte.
Yes, so good.
You can do a latte.
Delicious. You could do a smoothie. This smoothie is insane. But so not only do you make things that are insane to taste, but you also have this fabulous face mask.
Yes, so you can put real superfoods on your skin. I developed this face mask to clear up my own breakouts, and I'm on live today with no foundation.
Her skin is gorgeous.
Yeah, no, I mean beautiful, so that works.
It truly works. These taste great. You guys, if you've never been in on this craze, if you are in on the craze, you already know gold. If not, start today, slashed in half. Everything starts at $16.
I'm stealing this. Which packet do I grab?
That
one? All right,
he drank
good to know.
He's into it, and I'm getting that smoothie. MeltFit, 2-time Oprah favorite. You make really great activewear.
Thank you. Yes, whether you're working out, running errands, or just lounging around, MeltFit is perfect.
It's true because it used to be this was only if you were working out, but now it's like for every day.
Yes, athleisure is the new thing, man. Like you got your kids, go to your kids, pick them up from school, grocery store, pockets. It's convenient, it's functional, it's stylish, and it's comfortable.
It's all of those.
You don't have to worry about stains. You don't have to worry about changing outfits. You can wear it everywhere.
And how about you got the pockets? You hooked us up with the pockets in tops and bottoms, so you can either do the whole outfit or create the mix and match that you want. 3 different colors. You can't go wrong. All slashed in half. $33 is the starting price. And Sam, we have so many incredible businesses that are online. These are products that I love, that everyone in our studio loves and wears. So I'm so grateful to have these business owners here, but I'm more excited to be able to shop.
Stuff. And can I just say, buy it for this pocket, because moms don't have enough hands.
Period.
We partners with these companies and all these deals. Check them out at goodmorningamerica.com. Be right back.
All right.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
Where we are counting down to Captain America with one of Marvel's newest superheroes, Danny Ramirez, taking over as the Falcon. Welcome back. Good to see you again.
Thank you guys for having me.
So you're back as Joaquin Torres, but with some new wings? What's going on with these wings?
Well, these wings, it's been a long time coming, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, a couple of years ago for Falcon and Winter Soldier, they were given to me, episode 5, and so I've just been ruminating on how to bring them back, and finally they're there.
And all the things you can do with wings?
Well, my first set of wings, my grandma tied onto my arms, and I jumped out of a second-story building, so.
That's not a true story, is it?
It is, yeah. She thought I was going to run around the front yard, and she didn't know I was going to climb outside the railing and try to make it into the window across the gap.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I went.
Don't do this at home. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a superhero. But
true. I'm so sorry, guys. I know that it might seem as though the payoff happened and I'm actually flying, but please, no.
Seriously.
Yeah. It's okay that we scrolled through your Instagram because I told you this earlier this morning. But we all have been looking through it, and it seems like there were some pictures that you shared recently that we knew you were going to be in the business because you always had cameras, but we knew you were going to work for Disney. Because explain the picture that you posted.
So I get nostalgic from time to time, especially during a big press tour like this, and my mom sends me a bunch of pictures. And in Chicago, my uncle has a photo studio that my mom used to work for, and for whatever reason, since I was a kid, I just had a camera in my hands at all times. And so I found some pictures.
Look at that, two. You have two cameras in one.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, and also I lost a bet in middle school, and so I bleached my hair, and I was called Sunshine that whole year because it was like yellow and orange.
What was the bet?
The bet was, it's the dumbest bet. It was, I had just transferred into a new school, and I was like, all right, I got to make myself like one of the cool guys. And one of the younger teachers, he was like, yo, I'm like 35. And I was like, no way, dude, you're like 26. And he's like, no, I'm 35. And I was like, I'll bet you're not. And the bet was like, if I was right, we'd get a whole day off of class, and we'd go and have recess the whole day. And so I was like, I like my odds.
And the teacher's the one who came up with the dyeing your hair?
Yeah. And so he's like, if you are wrong, you bleach your hair. And he thought I was not going to do it. And then the next day, actually my mom found me later that day in the bathroom just like putting on the whole bleach thing.
Oh, wow.
Like with a sad face that the next day I had to show up, and showed up with it, and he was like, oh, I was kidding.
But you were willing to sacrifice yourself for your classmates.
It was a clear as day situation. I'd do it again. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. We have an exclusive clip from the movie. Let's watch.
What's up, OG? Who's Pretty Boy?
Pretty Boy? You didn't tell Gramps about me? I'm the new Falcon.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
It's Joaquin Torres. Been working with him for 3 years. I haven't figured out how to shut him up yet.
So what are we doing here? Orthopedics? How to relearn how to walk after you break a hip? Oh.
Anthony Mackie there, your co-star.
Wow.
Did he give you any tips on playing the Falcon? Any advice?
I just, not like outright tips, because he was also going through a similar transition of yielding the shield. Mm-hmm. And so from the first day on set, like I had a list of questions that I was going to ask him. And I realized, like, if I just went to set and observed him going through that same process, I'd probably take away a little bit more. And so I got to see him experience it and go through it. And he's an unbelievable professional throughout, like, his entire career. So he went about it in an admirable way that I was able to see that I could make Falcon my own. Mm-hmm. And he has given me a lot of real estate advice, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, you got to invest something. You got to go into the dirt. I'm trying to get into the dirt.
He was here yesterday. He was fantastic and spoke to a bunch of young people as well, both on and off camera. We loved the conversation. You say that audiences are going to be very surprised by something that they see in this film. What is that?
You've been well coached. You know
Give us everything. Give us everything.
Well, okay. So there are amazing air-to-air sequences in this film that I think Julius and the team they were able to do a phenomenal job in constructing these dynamic sequences that it just felt like this rubber band kept stretching and tension kept building. And I think when you go watch it, and whether you watch it on IMAX or not, you're going to be blown away by what we did.
But you should see it on IMAX.
You should see it on IMAX.
You have a great tease without a spoiler.
Yes, you did.
Well done.
Thank you for coming in. Captain America Brave New World is in theaters next Friday, February 14th.
Now, as we count down to Super Bowl 59, and Ike Ejiochi has the story of two siblings who have a special connection to Philadelphia Eagles star Saquon Barkley. Hey, Ike, it's great to have you in studio. You've been out with all the Eagles fans all week.
I feel like I've just been the resident Philly correspondent, so it's good to be back here now.
And you're super committed in your green suit.
You got it. Listen, I got to tell you something. Imagine a Red Sox fan switching to the Yankees, a Boston Celtics lifer putting on the purple and gold in LA. That absurd switch is exactly what happened to the Hartman household, and it had nothing to do with football.
This morning, siblings Macy and Zach Hartman can finally say they live in a house united.
This is the first time I'm ever going to root for the Eagles in my entire life.
I'm always go Birds.
Zach, a former Cowboys fan, has a reason for the unthinkable switch. The two share a favorite player, Saquon Barkley, who was more to them than just a running back. He was also their babysitter.
And when I tell people at school that Saquon Barkley was my babysitter, and they're like, Macy, do you realize like this? I'm just like, no.
Long before his 2,000-yard rushing season, Saquon Barkley was a natural at nannying.
He wasn't super strict, making sure we were in bed on time, which maybe he could have been more strict on, but he was a great babysitter.
The connection starting at Whitehall High School in Pennsylvania, where Saquon was a star running back.
I was one of the kids, if you look on his highlights, running around the sidelines, getting all excited when he would score touchdowns.
And Bob Hartman, Macy and Zach's dad, was the athletic director.
What's one thing about Saquon that I guess people who've only been babysat by him would know?
He is a better human being than a football player.
And while it's been a few years since Barkley was on babysitting duty, the two still have vivid memories of their time.
I beat him in Madden when I was 11 years old or something. He was 17. It's probably the highlight for me my entire life. Probably will be forever.
What's your message to Saquon ahead of the Super Bowl?
I'm so proud of him, and he deserves every minute of what he's getting.
Go dominate. Like, be the dude that you are. You're the best player in football for a reason.
Now, Macy and Zach say Saquon always takes time to speak to them whenever he catches them at a game or an event. And yes, Zach loves to remind them about that one time he beats him in Madden every single time they see each other.
That is what a great story.
Right?
Thank you,
A better
Ike.
human being than a football player. That really stood out. Yeah.
And that's quite the statement given the season he's had.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know we're celebrating 50 years of GMA because some of you have been watching us that long. And all year long, we've been counting down to Sunday's game as well. So we went into the GMA vault to find some of our favorite Super Bowl memories. Here you go.
Are you ready for some football? We have some super fans here, super saints here.
At GMA, we're always ready for some football.
We thought we'd come to Miami, kick back, and have a little fun. I just didn't have any pom-poms.
We've been giving you the play-by-plays since Super Bowl 10.
In sports, the pro football season ended with a thriller yesterday.
You're in better shape than the athletes who are going to be playing in the game. I'm letting you know that right now.
No, I'm not. Can't read mine, no, we can't read my poker face. Come on, Houston!
Taking you behind the scenes of the biggest halftime performances.
When I heard you were doing the Super Bowl, I was like, okay, you're going to be at a halftime. I get a front row seat. And I'm like, do you need a backup?
You? Pay me what you wanted.
And celebrating with the MVPs.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Super Bowl, the MVP, it's the parade, a boat parade, which looked pretty cool.
From what I remember, yes.
Yes.
It was pretty cool.
Along the way, we've made some Super Bowl-sized dreams come true.
We have tickets for you guys to go to the Super Bowl.
With ticket giveaways.
In Miami.
What are you holding there?
Oh, they're tickets to the Super Bowl.
And our kid correspondents.
Hi, America. It's Julia Crosley, and we're at Super Bowl 57 Media Night. Hi, I'm Orla Mosley, and this is awesome.
Who've enthusiastically reported on all the big games.
Guys, it's my big moment.
Hey America, it's Quentin, your kid correspondent from Super Bowl 54 in Miami. I had the best week ever, and my favorite moment was bringing out the ball at halftime. It was awesome.
I'm about to take the football out. I'm so excited.
I was just 13 years old, and now 5 years later, I'm a senior in high school, going into college in the fall. But for Super Bowl 59, I'm going with Kansas City, again.
A lot of great memories. All right, coming up, we're going to honor a civil rights pioneer, and we're GMA. So, of course, we have a surprise for her. We'll be right back.
We're back now and counting down to the big game on Sunday between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Morgan Norwood and Will Reeve are getting a preview of all the action at the Super Bowl experience in New Orleans. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. We are having such a great time here. We're with some Chiefs fans. We got Eagles fans. As you can hear, they are very excited for the big game, and we're excited for what we have coming up right now.
Yeah, we are especially excited because we have someone really special in the crowd. We introduce you to Miss Leona Tate. If you can just come a little
on up,
closer.
Leona. Yeah.
So good to have you this morning. How are you feeling?
Feeling very good.
It is Super Bowl week, a lot of excitement. You are a civil rights pioneer and an activist.
Yes.
And your bravery, we stand on the shoulders of that. But we put together a special piece, and we want our viewers at home to know a little bit more about your story.
Great.
So take a look.
Thank you.
A pillar in the New Orleans community, Dr. Leona Tate has always championed equity in education and advocated for the youth.
Miss Tate is everything. Miss Tate is everybody's mom.
Her monumental contributions to the civil rights movement beginning when she was just 6 years old.
Now 4 Negro girls have been entered in the first grade of 2 New Orleans schools.
Part of a legendary trio, Tate, Gail Etienne, and Tessie Prevost, escorted by federal marshals, entered the all-white McDonough 19 Elementary School in November of 1960. Just a few miles away on the same day, Ruby Bridges headed to William Frantz Elementary, the 4 becoming the first black girls to desegregate New Orleans public schools.
I can remember the marshals coming to the house, picking us up. We were well guarded.
Once I started understanding and saw what she really went through, I'm like, I couldn't have never done nothing like that. She is brave to me, because I would have been terrified.
As a result, white parents pulling their kids out of the school. And for 18 months, the 3 young girls were the only students in their class. Nearly 50 years later, the civil rights pioneer establishing the Leona Tate Foundation for Change. And in 2021, and with the help of community partners, she purchased McDonough 19. The former elementary school is now called the Tate, Etienne, and Prevost Center, and is dedicated to teaching the public about the history of desegregation in the Big Easy and training the next generation of social justice activists.
I just want her to know that, Mama, I'm so proud of you. I love you. You know I'm your biggest cheerleader.
Miss Tate, you had the biggest smile on your face as you were watching that and watching your daughter and all of the wonderful things that she said about you. What is going through your mind to see her honor your legacy?
I'm shocked because I'm just mama at home, so I'm really in shock, and I love knowing that they know that, because it took me a long time to even tell my children what I had done. So to see that she's talking about it is really a surprise.
And it's so special. And you might be mama at home, but you mean so much to so many people in the community. And the NFL's Inspire Change social justice initiative is dedicated to removing barriers to opportunity in areas including education. You've been at the forefront of that. You're one of its change makers for the work that you've done and your foundation continues to do. Tell us a little bit more about what you're doing to educate children in the civil rights movement.
Well, we're having the schools come into the TEP Center. And the TEP Center is the nickname of the building. It's really the Tate, Etienne, and Prevost Center. And I noticed that as many times as I've visited schools, I can talk to them blue in the face. They don't understand it that way. I want them to see and feel what we went through. And they come to the building, they experience what we went through. They see a film, a black and white film, so they think that happened so long ago. And they don't see me until after the film. So it's like a ghost walk through the door, okay? Wow. So, but I notice a change in them once they leave. They question me, they want to know it all, and I feel like they appreciate school a little bit better.
It's so impactful.
Yeah.
And you are truly a change maker and a pillar in your community, lifelong native of New Orleans. How does it feel to have the Super Bowl here in your city? How are you feeling?
I'm excited because the city is beautiful right now, and I want it to stay that way, you know. But it's really exciting for us because we're out now. We've been locked up with the snow.
It's going to be a lot of fun. What's the plan? What are you going to do to watch the game?
I'm going home, make some gumbo, and sit down and watch it on TV.
Well, you might have to put the gumbo on the back burner on Sunday evening because you are going to go to the Super Bowl. To the Super Bowl. The NFL knows what you do. The NFL wanted to celebrate you, so in partnership with them, you are going to the game. Jesus. So maybe you bring your daughter, maybe you bring someone else. How do you feel about that? What do you think, everybody? What do you think?
I'm shocked. I don't know.
Yeah?
I'm really surprised.
Oh, that ticket, it's fine. We're going to get you a real ticket. Swoop is messing this one up.
Oh, my God.
Have such a good time.
You're going to have a good time. You don't even have to worry about the gumbo.
Yeah.
They've got food at the game.
Well, you should make it anyway for when you come home. Then you can have the gumbo as a treat.
I've already said I was making it. So.
Awesome. Well, congratulations one more time for the civil rights icon. Everybody.
So excited for you. Have so much fun at the game.
I love it. Well, maybe she can save some of the gumbo for us as well. Miss Tate, congratulations. Yes. You're going to the game. And tomorrow, speaking of the game in New Orleans, former Saints quarterback Drew Brees and commentator Stephen A. Smith will join us to break down our countdown to the Super Bowl.
Dr. Tate, we hope you have a great time at the game on Sunday.
Thank you to our team in New Orleans, and thanks to you for watching.
Bye, everybody.